And we are live. Everybody, welcome and thank you. This is Indie Comics Interviews, and today we have a very special guest. We have Mandy Summers. Everybody,
Like what?
like what? So, so everybody, thank you for coming in and thank you for being in the chat. Please, if you have questions, feel free to fire them off. This is a special thing because Mandy doesn't get as many opportunities to actually be the interviewee. She's
Very
usually
true.
the interviewer. So let's pick her brain and make her feel welcome. And yeah, let's get this thing done. First things first, I catch the wind through the grapevine that Wart the Wizard's going to be closing out soon, right?
Yes, yes. We are finishing up some of the colors and the lettering now, and then yeah, we're getting really close to fulfillment. I've got a few of the stretch goals ordered, waiting for them to come in. So yeah, very soon. Very, very exciting. I cannot even believe that it's almost over. And yeah, as soon as it ends, we're hopping right into something else. So, but yeah, it's been so much fun doing Wart the Wizard. It's been just amazing.
So, okay, this is kind of putting you on the spot. What is the top three most amazing things that this experience since I mean you got to think of like when you first said, okay, I'm going to do this Wart the Wizard thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? The whole spectrum of that timeline between then and now. Three things that you can highlight. What would they be?
Okay, so first, the simple fact that like my YouTube channel has blown up and like John Malin is actually comes and hangs out with me like twice a month. It's just mind blowing to me that that has happened. Billy Tucci inviting me to go sit on a panel with him and Niall at Dragon Con. Like, how does that even happen? And yeah, just everybody that I've met. I have met so many incredible artists and creators in COMICSGATE. And, I love all of my COMICSGATE family. Everybody's just so amazing and supportive.
That's awesome. So okay, so you've made some really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
You've actually made some like partners in crime.
Yes.
Good old Peter Gilmore and Wyatt and you guys have done that the Comics Avalon thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How's that going?
Oh, it's amazing, actually. I cannot take credit for Comics Avalon. That is Wyatt's baby, but I got to be a part of it being created. So, and I get to be a part of it. It's absolutely awesome. I get to sit in the back room, like, because I'm editing Rocket Gal. So when those two guys work, I get to sit there and just I aggravate. Is I say that I'm working. Really, what I do is I aggravate the entire time, and halt production. But I have a blast doing it, and those guys get my sense of humor. So when they're talking and I throw up a gif of something stupid, they just giggle and just ignore me and keep working. So no, it's been incredible. And Wyatt's about to start. He's trying to get his book fulfilled, and then we're going to start adding more creators on because we're hoping to get just a ton of us, and that's where you can go to find COMICSGATE stuff. You want COMICSGATE merch? Come to Comics Avalon. So that's our hope for the future, is to keep building and get more and more artists and creators on board. So there is one place that you can go because, somebody might be there to buy something from Wart the Wizard, but they see, for example, something Narwhal's done. And they're like, well, hey, I'm here anyways. Let me go on and get Narwhal or Donna or Rocket Gal. So,
Right.
but yeah, and I see people wearing the shirts and stuff and taking pictures, and it's just like mind blown. It's just the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah, I know what that feels like. I had a certain special person do a little dance number to draw attention to a shirt that she got for
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, she sounds like a sweetheart.
Yes, she was, and she happens to be sitting right there right now. It's you.
Yes.
Yeah,
I picked a
everybody's
perfect
seen
song too.
yeah, everybody's seen that Mandy dance. That was probably like an explosive tweet. That was funny how like that one kind of went like a little viral.
A little bit. Just Just a little bit. And yes, I see Zade Comics over here saying that I just say Jeff. Yes, I know Jeff. Is that right? Pete yells at me for saying it wrong all the time. And I'm not gonna say it right. I just refuse to because they're telling me how to say it. And I don't do what I'm told.
Yeah, you know, it's confusing because it spells with a G.
Right.
And so you think G, you know what I mean? But it technically the people who created the file name do say that it is Jif, as if it was like Jiffy peanut butter.
Yes.
I mean, so yeah, that is true. But you know what? As long as people understand what you're saying, then you have successfully communicated what you were saying.
That's how I figure it. If y'all can understand me at all with my accent, I'm already in. So it doesn't matter how I say stuff. You can get through the accent. We're doing pretty good. So
I got Zayd beyond like Drew, don't be gay, brother.
He's goofy.
Zayd is I believe that's Philip, and he's supposed to actually come on tomorrow night. We're going to be doing werewolves on Horror Talk, and we're going to be featuring Magic Cop. So
awesome! Yeah, their book looks incredible. I'm super excited to get mine. Super excited because I saw them like day one. I think maybe it may have been a couple weeks after I had launched mine, but then it popped up, and I was like, I love this. I knew nothing about it, but just the fact that it was all 80s out, I was like, I'm in. They done sold me on it. So yeah, I'm super excited.
See, I'm trying to like follow on the chat here. There's like a lot of activity. I don't know how you do it. It's like it would drive. I mean, it's like you almost like need one person to host the show and one person to like track the chat.
Yes, it's very hard, especially when you're sharing screens. It makes it 10 times harder. So
yeah, we got a few people here in the chat. We got obviously Zayd Comics. We got Jade Spider-Man, Mr. James Hayes throwing out the mod work because he's amazing. He's one of the most amazing mods out there. I saw El Gargoyle's in there. Well, hail El Gargoyle. He's got a little high coming at us there. Let's see. We got. We said Jade Spider-Man. Let's see. Peter Gilmore, of course. Let's see who else is in there. I don't see Wyatt yet. He must be busy.
He'll be here, believe me.
And Sean is here. Hell, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
You got Edgar Tarley. Hell, Edgar.
Hi, Edgar.
Oh wait, Yellow Lantern 12.
Hey, how are you?
Someone a gift for their birthday. It's just hilarious.
They're silly.
You don't give someone a gift for their birthday. That's hilarious. All right, that is funny. Okay, so back on track. Wart Wizard is closing soon.
Yes.
It has been an adventure for you, and you did also change your like artistic skill level in the process.
Yes, very, very much so. I thought going digital for a while, and Peter Gilmore kept on me about, no, just try. If you don't like it, take it back. Just try it because it is going to improve how quickly you can get stuff done. So just try it. So I finally broke down. I went and bought a digital pad, and it took me about, I would say, 3 days of just kind of playing and doodling. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in love, because I don't even have to go and use Photoshop anymore to do my colors. I don't have to move stuff over and have Photoshop, which makes my computer even my Alienware crunches with Photoshop. I can just do it all in Clip Studio now and just and it's just so much faster. It's so much easier. And so, yeah, it improved. Like, I don't have the fear of not being experimental with my art. I'm able to experiment more because I'm not afraid I'm going to mess it up. So because inking was a nightmare for me. I hated inking because I just knew I'm gonna mess this up. My kids would be running around me, bumping my chair, and I'm like, oh, stop. So no, but now it's if I mess up, I just hit a button and start over. So no, I absolutely love going digital. And yeah, I've improved so much. So much so I was on like page 75, 80 or so with hand drawing and started back on page 1 and redrew the entire book. So that's how much of a difference it is. And even now, like now that I'm getting close to the end again, I think I'm on page, well, like I've done 90, but again, I'm still working on colors and stuff. But like what's on page 1 is not as good as what is on page 90, because as I was working, I was still getting better and better and better. So yeah, no, it's been super fun watching how much better it gets. So, and hey, Crystal McGee, how are you, love?
Yeah, we have McGee. It's McGee. If you have everybody, I want to just throw some shout outs here. We got some people in the chat that are really cool people. You're going to want to go and subscribe to their YouTube channels. One of them is It's McGee. She has the Goodnight book. It's an amazing book that's going to come out. She's going to have another book pretty soon. She is a pretty amazing creator, and she has a show on her channel that she has interesting guests. So go give her a sub. Also, Optimus Deadpool does graded 0.5. So you're going to want to go and subscribe to his channel, but then also go and find graded 0.5 and subscribe to that as well. Yes. Zade Comics also needs a subscribe. I don't know if they do it from Zade Comics or if they do it from his own channel or wherever.
I think it's Zade Comics.
Is it they do it from Zade Comics?
I think so.
Yeah. So well then at least subscribe to Zade Comics at minimum. I was gonna try and get Phil's channel subscribed to as well, but I guess maybe he doesn't have one. I don't know. I never see it.
Right.
All right. So back to Wart the Wizard. Now, is this a new video you have here for?
Oh no, I never changed the video. I kept the original one. With Pirate Queen, I'm not gonna go the silly route that I did with this one. I'm going to do like a really badass music video for Pirate Queen. But with Wart the Wizard, I didn't really. At the time when I looked, because when you first start getting ready to launch, you'll go and look through other people's campaigns and see what they're doing. And right. Most of them were people just kind of sitting there, pitching their book. And I thought, well, that's okay, but that's not me. Yeah. So yeah, I took it up a notch with mine, and it's fun to watch though. It's completely goofy and silly, like yeah. But no, it's not a new one. It's the original. There you are.
He made it. Yes, welcome, Wart. We were talking about you. Were your ears burning? Yeah. So, I backed Wart the Wizard a long time ago, and I've been excited watching it. I mean, I have watched your numbers grow from when I first came around. You were just plugging away, pushing that thing. I don't think you hadn't even gone in demand yet, and I think you had just reached your funding goal.
Yes.
You were like super excited, and that was like you were so like, and compared to where you're at now, that was a very modest time.
Oh, absolutely. It took, I think, 2 days to get fully funded. I got funded on John Malin's channel, and I was so happy and like excited and overwhelmed. I was like crying. I was sitting on stream. Oh, thank y'all so much. I mean, it was ridiculous because, I mean, when you start this, and especially like with me, I didn't know anybody. I came in just pretty much on my own. So the fact that I had so much support from COMICSGATE and everybody, that was one of the reasons I wanted to do my own, promotion streams, to get other people out there to show them the same love that was, shown to me when I first showed up. Because, yeah, it was just overwhelming how many people were like, you got this, Mandy. We're backing it. And it was like, oh, my gosh. So, yeah.
Yeah, the support in the community has been, very strong. But let me just say that you have definitely shown some serious backbone. You have. I think from the beginning, you've met with adversaries at all angles, and
Yeah.
you know, and some of them had turned away and stopped being adversaries, and some of them became worse adversaries. But
Yes.
but what I have witnessed myself is a very strong woman is putting her feet in the sand and saying, "Back the fuck off." And I think,
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I just keep going. I look at it like everybody gets haters. It doesn't matter. I don't badmouth anybody. I try to stay a positive. It doesn't matter if your book is my thing or not. I can find something in everybody's work that I personally love. So I focus more on that. And it doesn't seem to matter. There are people that are so against COMICSGATE as a movement. They don't look at your book. They don't look at you. They know your COMICSGATE, so they hate you. There's nothing we can do about it. So mostly I try to ignore and just keep on keeping on, because everybody's got their haters. So
yeah, an old YouTube phrase that I forget who coined it. It may have actually been well, anyway, the phrase is, "Let your haters be your motivators."
yes,
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I'm just gonna keep doing me, and because I don't really know what they want. I mean, I guess what they would love is for me to just disappear and haha, or maybe they like the thought of me crying on my pillow at night or so. I don't know what they actually want, but they're not gonna get either. So I'm
yeah.
just gonna keep on adding to books to COMICSGATE. That is what I'm here to do, is create comic books and hang out with awesome people. I block. I'm not afraid to use the block button. So I just block the ones that aggravate me and just keep on going.
Yeah, and you have successfully gotten the wizard to 11,711. That's a pretty lucky number right
It
there.
is. It is. Yes. I mean, I would like for it to go up. If y'all can change it, that's okay. I won't be upset. But no, that is just the simple fact. I came in like day day one. I told my husband when he said, "Well, what are you thinking you're going to make with this?" And I think my comment to him was, "If I make $1,000, I'm going to be like over the moon happy." So sitting on 11,000, it's like, holy crap, because that's just incredible. So yeah, and I appreciate everybody that backed. I've actually started in my spare time, I've been handwriting. Every single backer is getting a personalized, like a handwritten thank you, because I'm from the South and that's what you do. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I've been slowly writing thank you notes to every single backer that is backed. So yeah, because I appreciate it so very, very much.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's also a lot of work on top of everything else.
Yes.
A lot of people don't realize how much work goes into after the fact. If you aren't hiring a company to do your fulfillment,
Hmm.
that's a lot of work. Trust me.
Yeah. Just bringing in the stacks of Gemini mailers almost broke my back.
Wow.
So because they are heavy, they are like 50, 60 pounds, and you're dragging them. And I had to get two big things of them, so I'm dragging them in the house, and yeah, they're very heavy. So
Gemini mailers is something that I wanted to do, but there were two downsides to them for me personally. One is they're not really effective unless you put them in an envelope to ship out of the
mhm,
country, because the fact that they technically are a package versus putting them, versus an envelope, which
right.
could be the exact same contents or whatever. It's just how you wrap them is different, so it's a little bit more
Hmm.
expensive to ship those out of the country. And the other thing is my trading card sets, my all nine trading cards, that set doesn't fit in a Gemini mailer.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
And I'm wondering how Vinny is gonna get, if he's gonna use Gemini mailers. 'Cause I don't think his book would fit in a Gemini mailer either. His Into the Woods book. It's going to be
Well,
big.
they make different. I had to go to the biggest size to fit my books in. So they do make them in different sizes.
Oh, okay.
So I had to up. I didn't get to use the standard of what I bought. It was supposed to be bigger. So I had not tested them. Fingers crossed that they're all going to fit. But if they don't, I've got a plan for that too. I've got backup plan after backup plan after backup plan because I don't know what I'm doing. So that is what I have been doing, is making a bunch of backup plans for, okay, if I mess this up, I can do this instead. So there's a lot of backup plans involved over here, at least for my first one. I'm hoping with Pirate Queen, I'll have the, Clint's experience as well helping me. So
Well,
it should
you'll get it figured out by the time you get this one finished.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anything that you had questioned, by the time you finish doing this one, you're going to feel like a veteran on.
Yes.
That I'm certain of. So let's hit some of the questions that we haven't been able to ask, that you're so close to fulfillment.
Okay.
Do you already know who you're going to have printed?
Yes. I'm using Maxim Big. It's the same guy that Vinny uses.
Yeah, that's also that's where had Captain Love was printed with Mixum.
Yes. Vinny had told me about that. Well, when he was printing his first book, like the first time he used it, and he was like, check them out and see if you're interested because they're amazing. So yeah, I was super excited that he showed me that, because up until then I was going to use Print Ninja because that's who John Malin had suggested. But I found that these guys, once I got one of Vinny's books in and I saw it, I was like, oh, there's no way I'm using anybody else because they're beautiful. They're just stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, Print Ninja makes sense only if you're doing like such a large number that you can order a long time ahead of time. Because even if you're just trying to compare prices, apples, you know what I mean, just like apples to apples,
right?
Mixum is a much more reasonable, approach for under 1,000 books, or up to 1,000 books. Even with the 1,200, it's better cost effective.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's printed in the USA, and it's it's like 2 weeks and it's ready.
Right.
Yeah, and you can get them on the phone, and I got a text to that person that just called me and let them know that I'm on a stream.
So while you're doing that, I'll hop over to the chat for you. So let's see. Optimus Deadpool says Southerners are known for our hospitality. You are darn right we are. That is what we are known for. Wyatt said you can fit 12 books in that size, Mandy. You're good. Yeah, Wyatt helped me with the ordering. So thank you so much, Wyatt, because he was totally like, all right, here's what you need. So, and I was like, all right, awesome. Let's do it. So, yes.
So so you're all set up for your printing. You got that all figured out. You know who you're going with. Did you? Yeah, you got that all figured out. Have you downloaded the templates from them? And are you doing staple stitch? Are you doing perfect bound? What kind of book we getting?
I think we are going to do perfect bound. I think the way I think that would work better with such a large book. So, but I could still change that. I'm not a plan ahead type person. I'm a do it type person. So I'm going to talk with some more creators and find out what their suggestions are. That's what I typically do to figure everything out. I ask other people, hey, it's a 90-page book. What do you guys suggest? So
at 90 pages, you should definitely go perfect bound.
Because that's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that would hold better. So,
well, there's some elements to consider. At 90 pages, you actually have an adjustment of page lengths. Because of the thickness that it creates, the outside pages are going to be significantly longer than the inside pages.
Right.
Perfect bound, all the pages are the same width. Only thing you have to consider is your layout where the binding is, because you want to make sure you have enough stuff.
Right.
Because the binding will eat a lot of that page. Whereas a comic book, a staple stitch, you actually will have up in the center, you have the entire middle. You know what I mean? In almost every scenario, you have the whole page. But so there's two different two different layout approaches. If you go staple stitch, but the problem with staple stitch is you can't put it on a shelf and read the binding.
And see, I want to be able to see, like, like it was all ages, but like I just picture it sitting like on my daughter's bookshelf right there with all her other books, with her Harry Potter, with everything else, and there's Wart the Wizard. So I definitely want it to show.
Yeah, then you're gonna want perfect bound if you want to be able to read.
Yes.
Then that and I think a 90-page perfect bound book would be definitely a pleasant way to view it. And
yes,
they can definitely do that for you, and they can deliver them really good at Mix Them. So
awesome.
So that's good. I'm glad you're going that route. It's I'm sure Mix Them loves COMICSGATE because we're all headed. We're all like
yes. Yeah, Vinny did us all a huge favor by checking them out first and letting us know. That's another thing about this community that's so great is, you can talk to other creators and they'll tell you, okay, don't use this printer. I used them. They were horrible. So you know who to stay away from. And at the same time, you have people that are like, okay, you got to try this printer. You've got to do it like this. And so you get so many, you get a lot of help. Lots and lots of help. Like I'm not like my print files. I'm just sending those over to Wyatt. He's going to do them for me. So I don't even have to worry with the taking time away from other things I could be doing. And so, yeah, it's so exciting. So incredibly exciting.
I personally like to have the templates when I do my lettering so I can make sure that I learned my lesson. I want to make sure that I know which ones are going to be the inside. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh, yes.
The space I have before because like I said, because the layout of like for Captain Love, one of the things that I would have done different had I gone down this road before. You know what I mean? Is I would have instead of just doing a regular comic book layout. You know what I mean? Which was the template that my illustrator and I were using.
Right.
Some of my everything's legible, you know what I mean, in the graphic novel print, but some of the text is closer to the gutter than I was happy about.
That you wanted it to be.
And it's not uncommon. I mean, you can buy graphic novels like crazy that have been composed, that were designed in comic book layout, and then so that was something I was like, okay, lesson learned on that one. You know what I mean? But it didn't ruin anything. It's just like it's like one of those little imperfections that drives me crazy.
Right, just a pet peeve. Just yeah.
Exactly, and I'm excited to read this because I think the one of the most amazing tales you told me, and I'm gonna have you tell us all again, is the time that you were sitting there listening to your husband read the book to your child.
Yes. So they were going through. I wanted to test it on somebody else, and let them read it. So they were sitting at the bar in our kitchen. And they were sitting there just reading through it. And Maddie had stopped it for a second. And she was like, Daddy, what level wizard would you be? Because he's got a big beard. And she was like, what level wizard do you think you would be? And he was like, I don't know. And they had this. It was so sweet that they had that moment together while reading the book that I was working on. And that's what, that to me just, if that can happen with anybody else, any of you guys who bought the book and you're going to be reading it with your little ones, the simple fact that they care, they stop and ask questions, and they're like, it's a bonding thing, because they sat there and giggled and laughed about, his beard and what level wizard he was for, 10 or 15 minutes. And that to me just melted my heart. It meant the absolute world to me that they were able to do that, that there was a point of bonding. And there's a lot of stuff in there that is gamer references that they were able to bring up, like she was like, what does that mean? And then he was able to tell her, and she was like, oh, well, now it's called, because it's not called the same stuff. It's not quite the same thing as it was back when I played games, but the adults will totally get it. If you played any kind of video game, you will totally get the references. And then again, you can stop and have that conversation with your kids and talk about, the games you played when you were kids and stuff like that. So No, it was absolutely like just melted my heart.
Yeah, that's awesome. One moments like that probably just make it all worth it for you anyway. So yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I like I said, I'm very impressed by, by what you've done. I mean, with the book. I mean, a lot of us creators aren't making like, a lot of money on our books. I mean, we aren't, there's there compared to like, like Cecil's earnings or, I mean, that kind of stuff. I mean, we're just,
Mhm.
it's like ridiculous, like world,
Right.
you know what I mean? In comparison.
Right.
So it's, but as far as on our, the first time creators, unlike, Cecil,
Yes.
you've done really well with your book. I mean,
Yes.
$11,000 is really good for a first book. I mean,
Oh,
it's
absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and on top of that, it's kind of a little outside the norm of what people would expect from
Mhm.
a comic book. So that's another challenge that you've definitely overcome. I think that's impressive.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I just I love comics. I truly do, but I wanted this one to represent me, and maybe it's because I'm female, maybe it's because I always liked the weird, quirky comics to begin with. But this is definitely me. This is my personality. This is every bit of me that I could put into it. So, and like I said, there's a lot of D&D references in there. There's a lot of gaming references. Hey, Brian, y'all go check out Six Gun Gorilla, right? So,
Brian, I'm gonna send you a link, man. If you want to join in, you are definitely welcome, brother. Let me send you a link, man.
his
If you
book
want,
is incredible.
you don't have to if you got a million things going on. I know you're a busy man too, so. But I want you to know that you're welcome, and the link will be coming at you in just a moment. So, please, sorry, not to interrupt.
No, not at all. So, but yeah, so I put everything in it that I loved as a kid, and yeah, and just kind of put it out there for everybody to see. And I don't know if you've seen, but I actually added the first 9 pages just recently. So now when you go to my campaign page, you can actually read the first 9 pages of Wart the Wizard. So give everybody a little bit of a taste of it.
So it's on. You said it's on the campaign now. So we actually have that open in front of us here. We'll have to take a look at that.
Yes.
So we can examine the first 9 pages of your campaign here, and then we can wet the whistle of anybody who's watching who's silly enough to not back your book yet. See, I'm having a hard time getting this link right. I got to get this link from the right place. Okay. It's always one of those things, There's always something when you're in the middle of a show. Something is always.
Always. And my internet likes to freeze, and it doesn't do it on a normal stream. It does it on a stream where I've got somebody new that I'm not used to talking to that brings a whole new like crowd with them. That's when my internet likes to play games with me. So yeah.
Internet is internet's. I get irritated at my internet sometimes. I gotta take Niall on his advice and get Comcast Business up here in my house because I work from home anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But with what I do on the internet, I don't usually have an issue. But I noticed that I do have bandwidth issues when I'm streaming and trying to like run video at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
On the same computer, especially for some reason that just didn't happen. So like for right now, I'm actually running 2 computers. There's actually another me here in the show.
Hi, Second Mystery.
You see,
I do the same thing on my channel. I have another one loaded up to do my intro video that I play, and then when it's done, I just get rid of it. Just you're booted. You're done. You're out of here. So yeah.
Well, I find that it's the only way I can watch video and stream at the same time is to have a second computer on the stream that's sharing pages with video, and then this one handles the online streaming aspects.
Why the hell did not think of that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, computers like running at the same time. It's like
yeah, but still, that seems so much easier than the way I've been doing it. I make things so much harder than they need to be. I swear. If there's an easy way to do something, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to go, all the way around and make it so difficult.
Yeah, you're gonna just be stubborn that way. That's how I'm like that sometimes. I'll do something the harder way just because I'm stubborn. Let's see here. Let's catch up the checks. Hey, now we got
Optimus. Not okay. I love him.
Hot topic. I guess we're talking about
burn the mic stuff.
Right.
Yeah. That would be what they are talking about.
Referencing to that infamous video with the child screaming in the background. That was just,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to go down that wormhole. Everybody's wormhole. Get the joke. And that everybody has been going down, but just on that point of fact, I cannot believe that anybody would be dumb enough to leave, even if it's like out of context, put up a video of you burning something and the child being, "That's my book. That's my book."
Why would you put it up? Just
why would you post that?
Yeah. My thing is, if you want to burn, he could have done a lot cooler stuff with it than that, in my opinion. To be a jerk,
could have wiped his ass with it.
He could have put it on eBay and made this big thing about. I mean, he could have been a jerk a lot. That just wasn't. That wasn't.
Right. There's a million things he could have done that would not have been traumatizing to a small child.
Yes. I think that was a bad decision all the way around. All the way around. So yeah.
To show everybody what kind of father he really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just, I mean, it's like, I'm sure, Mike doesn't want to be a bad dad. You know what I
mean? No, of course not. No, there's no doubt in my mind he loves his children, but that was a dick move and it was dumb. And plain and simple. I mean, parents make mistakes, and I have to say, I think financially and as far as being there's Pete. He got things down. But
I got to love Peter Gilmore, man. He don't hold back.
No. He's very, very blunt about the things he wants to say. So yeah, I think that was just a financially a bad move. His reputation took a hit because of it, and parenting wise, I think it was a horrible move. And Brian asked for the link again.
Yeah, I just sent it to him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you saw it. So yeah, I think that was just a bad decision all the way around.
Horrible. But it got everybody talking about him. I mean,
did.
I just can't imagine him selling any books off of that. You know what I
mean? No. He even took, Pete and Wyatt and I were doing a Valentine stream where we were opening Dollar Tree Valentine gifts and Poundland Valentine stuff. And he actually took a screenshot of that. Now, the conversation about the calling people about Mike's parenting and stuff, that was before we even went live. Yet he posted a screenshot of the chat going on with me sitting there looking completely confused. And Wyatt's there and Pete's there. But the thing is he kind of manipulated it a little bit because we weren't even live. Like, we didn't talk about him at all. Like, he never comes up on our streams because typically we don't care what Mike does. Do what you're going to do, Mike. What can you do? Yeah. But he keeps picking me for some reason. So he keeps, every time he, like, the whole thing where I went into war campaign, and I said, I laughed about Ethan calling that one guy the P word, the P-opolis, and I laughed about it. I was like, laugh out loud. I came in at the perfect time for Ethan to be saying, da-da-da. And they screenshotted that and put that up there. I don't know why they keep poking me, but they seem to really, I guess they're poking everybody, and I just don't pay attention, but I do when they poke me. So it's just like, you're a dick.
No,
What the hell?
I think the reason why they poke you or try to poke you is the same reason why they poke everybody else. You're just on their radar now. And the reason why you're on their radar is because you are now one of the most popular, YouTube shows in COMICSGATE.
Aw, well, thank you. And hi, Brian. How are you, love?
We can't hear you, Brian.
Can't hear you.
Exactly. This
Exactly.
is Brian doing his mime thing,
I did that the other day on a stream. The first time I played my intro video, I forgot to unmute I thought I did it, but I didn't click the button hard enough. So I'm sitting there going, I know nothing. And then everybody's like, we can't hear you. And I'm like, oh, crap. All right. Like what? So been there, done that.
Yeah. Well, Peter says here it's because they're jealous. I think that jealousy, I missed the click. See, that's what happens when it moves.
It moves.
It moves when I'm getting ready to click it. It's because they're jealous. This is possibly true, but it's more than just jealousy. I think that there's just a psychological thing that these guys do. I think Brian bowed out to get his audio fixed.
Sound, yeah.
What I see happening is these people, they try to make a spectacle of themselves. Say something, Brian. Are you faking it?
Yes. Nope. What's up, Mandy? What's up, my brother Drew?
Hi, Brian.
Brian.
If I may just interject very quickly, the reason why they're poking you, Mandy, is because you are one of CG's true, authentic treasures.
Aww.
And they know that we love you, and they know that by targeting you, and like Drew just said, you're on their radar now.
Mm-hmm.
They know that by poking you, they're going to get attention. And that's all this is.
Who wants attention like that, though? Like, to me, it's like errant child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just acting any kind of attention. I mean, but we're adults now. We don't have to try to get negative attention.
Well,
try to do something positive.
The adult world, like, this is one of the things I learned when I was like in my early 20s, was that the adult world that grown-ups were always telling me existed was a lie.
It is. It's a myth, isn't it?
It's a myth. It's a myth. Seriously, we're still in high school.
Right.
And somebody like Mike, I mean, that video of him burning that comic, and his child going, no, it's mine. What the? It really genuinely creeped me out. Like, it actually made me feel physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's
wrong. And I even understand that it was shown kind of funny, and the kid didn't, because when the first one I saw, the kid looked like or sounded like he was about to go into a full-blown like tantrum. And I get that, the kid was okay with it, but is that really something you want to show your kids? That's the sounds. That is a toddler. I don't know the child's age, but from the sound, I would say a toddler. And teaching kids to burn things that you don't
burn books.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Footloose. It reminds me of a Footloose mentality of burning. It's just, I don't know. There's something kind of skeevy and creepy about that to me.
Well, burning books in general is trying to hide information. Okay.
Yeah.
Whether a book is something that you disagree with, whether it's bullshit, all that kind of stuff, it still has every right to exist, so it can be something that's discussed.
Right. Donate it. That's simple. There you go. And do a video showing you, haha, Ethan, I didn't want your book. I just gave it away. I mean, fine.
Donating it would have been a very Christian thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Donate it to somebody that, there's a lot of people even in COMICSGATE that probably would have backed it if they had the money. And there's some people that don't. Find one of those people and donate it to them. Give it to somebody that will appreciate it if you don't like it. I mean, but that's just me. That's what I would have done with it. Taken it to a school, donated it to his children's school, and let the kids read it. I mean, you know, but again, what do I know?
Well, I think he did it also specifically to really hurt Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
In that schism, you know, Mike and the others, they seemed like they genuinely hate him, and they feel like genuine visceral hate for him. Whereas what I mostly got from his side was grief and sorrow at being backstabbed by
Yeah.
friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And evidently, this little boy used to call Ethan Uncle Ethan.
Yes. Yeah.
So think about that. I mean, my friends' kids, you know, they call me Uncle Brian, and they love me to bits, and I love them to bits.
Mm-hmm.
And let me, they demolished my toy collection. I mean,
oh yeah, right.
raped it. Yeah. You know, because, you know, and I'm not saying this to virtue signal or anything, but they'd come over, man, and I'd pop open, like, you know, because I keep all my toy collection. I don't have the room to display it, so I just like put it in these plastic bins in the closet, and then they'd fall in love with something, you know, and wouldn't want to, you know, and obviously didn't want to give it back. So of course I let them keep it, because that could either be loved by a child, or it could be like, what kind of a dick would I be if I was like, no, that has to go back in the closet so I can collect dust?
Right. Yeah.
Right?
I lost a lot of Funko Pops to my kid. My Darkwing Duck one that I love.
Oh.
Yeah, my little boy saw that, and so now Darkwing Duck is now in his toy box collecting dust.
Right.
Yeah. But
Right.
I did, and eventually it'll get donated to Hannah Home or somewhere like that. So
Exactly.
now it's collecting dust in a bin somewhere.
So that comic could have been circulated to somebody else that would have loved to have read it, and the son was, you know, clearly like distraught that he was like burning his comic, whether he loved it or, you know, or it was just the fact that it was something of his that he was burning. It just was really creepy. It was just really disturbing, and you know, I think that you know, it's getting taken to another level. But once again, it's frustrating because we're talking about him. And we have to try our hardest. Because, you know, I understand that a lot of people like drama. It gets a lot of hits. But you know, they're the past. You know? As far as I'm concerned, they're ancient history.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I've done, he blocked me. I've blocked back. There we go. As far as I'm concerned, it's done. Now he can say whatever he wants to say. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever have respect for him again. I think that right there just kind of made me and I even said I actually, and y'all know I don't usually get into any of the drama, but with that one I had to say, because like I keep my kids as far away from the cameras, as far like my kids are getting nowhere near this trash fire that is Twitter. So I'm far away. I don't judge the people that do have their kids out there. That is just not what I'm comfortable with. But I've seen Mike have his kids in some pretty questionable stuff going on, and his kids are sitting right there, and I'm just like, not my cup of tea, but you know, whatever, to each their own, I guess, but not my cup of tea right there. So this one though, this was the one that just made me be like, I can never watch anything he does again, because it's just kind of, like I said, it's kind of skeevy.
But I knew over him. Like I can't. I mean, at everything I've heard, this. I mean, even the whole like him sending the private, you know, message to Ethan with the of some other people, you know, hurting frogs. You know what I mean? Like that was cruel. You know what I mean? That was mean. But that wasn't like, you know, like this is next level. I mean, he was basically, I mean, torturing is a strong word, but that kid was like really unhappy. You know what I mean? So he was like making his own kids suffer to hurt Ethan.
Exactly.
You know? That is just next level. I don't understand. And then it's like, so as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I always had a bad feeling about the guy. You know what I mean? I didn't have it defined. You know, it's like I never bothered following him or anything on Twitter. You know, but. And like everybody talks smack about him. I'm like, whatever, man. He just seems like some like short dude with a hang up, you know, chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? And then when now it's like next level. This guy has got major like inferiority complex, and he's lashing out at everybody and anybody, and doing horrible things to himself to get attention.
Yeah,
and that
it's sad.
It's
just
desperation.
It's sad, it's desperate, and it's cringe as hell. So
yes, it is next level cringe. It definitely is.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, like, what comes after this?
Oh, I know.
Right?
I know. Is he going to kick a dog? What's he going to
do? Right?
I
know. Stomp on a kitten or something?
Right. What's next? What does he have in store next to get attention, ladies and gentlemen? There's no telling.
It would be difficult to top this. It would.
Yeah,
be.
It
will be. It will be. But I mean, even if he would have handed his kid the book and handed him some Sharpies, some permanent markers, there you go, son.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, color daddy something pretty in there and have him scribble all in it, and he'll send it back to Ethan and say, there you go. There's what we think of your something. But yeah, that even if it wasn't technically, because I don't know that I would call it abuse, but it's cringe. Right. It should never have been aired. So yeah, I think he really hurt himself with this one. But that seems but that does seem the way that he operates, and I don't understand. Doesn't he live in Hawaii?
I know. You would think he'd be a little chill, right?
How can you live in paradise and be that angry all the time? Go outside, look at the waves, smell the flowers, the salt in the air. Don't sit in a room and be bitter as hell about everything. Go outside, learn to surf.
Go boogie boarding, something.
Something, right? You're in paradise.
Go back, Wart the Wizard, damn it. Go back, Wart the Wizard.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
most definitely.
Look how amazing this book is. I mean,
it looks great.
It does. I mean, we've talked about this already today, but I mean, the artwork that was originally on this book was not that great. It is now like more than acceptable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is now like, decent artwork. I mean, sure, you're not like a seasoned pro, but but the artwork doesn't suck. And you could tell there's a lot of love and a lot of detail, and I am excited to get my book.
Aww.
Me too.
Yeah,
everybody.
I've had people, of course, some of the trolls have come at me saying, your art's bad, but they don't see what I see, that this is an all ages book. Kids don't need John Malin art. Is it great to be able to do it? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'd love to be able to draw like that, but kids don't care. They don't. I've read how many of those Dog Man books. My art's as good as Dog Man. So it's an all ages book. I'm not trying to sell the art. I'm trying to sell the story. And I know with comics, that is absolutely the opposite usually. But that is, again, it's me. I am not John Malin. I'm not Ethan. I'm not even Peter. I'm not going to be able to draw like that. But the story and the art fit absolutely perfectly together. I mean, absolutely 100%. It works for the book I'm trying to sell. So
and it doesn't look like anything else that's out there right now.
Yeah,
it looks totally unique. And the idea of doing an all ages book, we need more of those.
Yes,
really
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I'm a big advocate for children's literacy. I go to my daughter's school and I do the reading program where I read to the smaller kids and try to help them learn to. That is such a huge part of life, is learning to read and enjoying it. So like with my kids, I don't care what they read as long as you read.
Yes.
Read something. I don't even care what it is. Read whatever you're interested in, but learn to love to read, because that is so important.
Oh, it opens.
The mind is the best tool for exploring the universe, and I mean you can get anything fed to you, but the reason why reading is so much better than like TV or whatever is because your mind fills in the blanks.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that is how you get engaged in a book and get deeper into something, because your mind doesn't really fill in the blanks in a TV show. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
you know what I mean? But like a comic book, there's moment to moment. It's not a motion thing, but you almost feel the motion in the art and in the story, because you know. And it's not like reading a novel where it's all in your mind. It's you get some visual, and it's a medium, and I'm fond with it, and I can't wait to see what you've done with it. I mean, and in fact, why don't we take a peek? Because you said something about the first pages being on here.
Yes. We I uploaded the first 9. So because that's when I don't want to give away any more than that. So I did 9 pages, and then I was like, okay, this is a good stopping point. I think people will be able to get what I'm doing and what I'm going for with these pages. So
that's cool. It gives the readers, the prospective backers, a chance to kind of like check it out, kick the tires, see if it's for them.
Right, exactly. See if y'all get my sense of humor and what I'm going for.
Right. Oh, and you know, I'm an old going back to like 13 years old. D20 for life, baby.
Absolutely. Oh no, they're not loading.
Yeah, they will.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to refresh this. I may have have a few campaigns open at the same time. And
yeah, that happens sometimes, don't it?
Drew's internet connection is cursed.
Yeah,
it is. It has issues. It is, and that's why I have to use 2 computers. You know what I mean? But
you must have had like an ex-girlfriend that like put a hex on it or something,
right? Is something went wrong? See, it's just my computer being a jerk. Anyway, so let's just clarify that that does exist on there.
Yes.
You know, and if we can't pull that up in a few seconds, we do have the other campaigns to discuss, and there's a lot to go over.
Yes.
We want everybody to focus on Wart the Wizard as far as what they're going to back right now, if they haven't backed it yet, because this is closing soon.
It is.
And you're going to want to get in while you can, because it's not like she's going to have it in demand any longer if she's closing it.
Right. Yes. Once it is closed, it is closed. And I would like to mention there is only 1 slot left for the drawn in tier. So if anybody wants to get drawn in, there is only 1 spot left. This is a one-time offer. No drawn in tiers will ever be offered again for Wart the Wizard, because the characters don't die. You will be in Wart the Wizard for as long as Wart the Wizard is a thing. You'll be in book 2, book 3, book 4. As long as you get it on this first one, you will forever be drawn in. And if you choose to, have your character die, they're going to be back as a zombie or a skeleton. There is no true death in Brightmoor. So, yeah, we'll get to a hangout. It is completely create your own character. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're going to, if you want to live, if you want to die, the name, what you want them to look like, what you want their, are they an ogre? Are they, because, it's all fantasy. So you could be almost anything and I can work it in. So,
that's
there's
awesome.
Only 1 left. So, yeah.
I haven't heard of anybody doing anything like that in any of their campaigns. That's unique as far as I know.
Yeah, well, because I can't guarantee, Pete's going to be the artist on Wart the Wizard too. I'm going strictly to writing, and he's going to do all the art. And Pete has already told me, you cannot do all these drawn in tiers on me. So I'm doing just one, because like I said, if I keep adding them on, people don't die. So this is not a world where death is even a thing. So they will forever be in the book. So, yeah. So if anybody is interested, we're going to be closing soon, and then it's going to be done. So this is it.
You snooze, you lose, suckers.
Yes.
Yeah. That's my point exactly. It's time to if you have not backed Wart the Wizard, you need to back it as soon as possible. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
But when is it closing, by the way? How many days are left?
We are planning on closing at the end of February. So
Okay.
2 weeks, about 2 weeks left, and we're closing, and we're going to be shipping in March. So
Okay. That means
Yep.
we have to get ready for like that one last big push.
yes, absolutely. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be doing the rounds again, just like I did when I first began, hitting all the streams, and doing my last push before I start the push for the hard push for Pirate Queen to start.
Oh,
So-
we're looking forward to that.
Oh, it's so awesome. It really is. I mean, I know it seems weird bragging on my own book, but no, it is freaking incredible. And Clint just kills me with his art. He is so phenomenally talented that he just, every time I get a new page, I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me?
You don't want to see it inked and you don't want to see it colored, right?
No, I want him to leave it alone.
Yeah, me too.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's how I am.
But he is an incredible artist. And I was so lucky to have met him and him to pull me aside and be like, hey, I've got this book I've been, thinking about. Do you want to write it? And I was like, are you kidding me?
Hell yeah.
I want to write it. Yeah, I want to write it.
Nice. Lovely.
So speaking of Pirate Queen, this is something that I already had it queued up, so as long as I had to depend on my internet for it. The Pirate Queen is mailing list right now.
Yes.
When is this going to launch?
We plan to March 26th is launch day. We go live on March the 26th.
Okay, so on March 26th, is you want to be in? Are there special secret perks or anything for people that sign up on this?
I'm almost positive. We have not decided on one yet, but I'm almost positive a print or something for people that sign up early. We haven't actually discussed it yet. I'm still filling in script, and he's still doing pages as I turn in script. So but I know
there's going to be something special.
Yes, there will be something. I just don't want to say what it is yet because I don't know. But there will be something special for everybody that does the mailing list. Absolutely.
Well, everybody, do you hear that? You got to get on that mailing list as soon as possible.
ASAP.
ASAP.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you don't put it off till the 26th of March because 26th of March will come and go, and you'd be like, oh, damn, I didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you will hate yourself for it. And
every day you'll look in the mirror and hate yourself.
Yes. You'll live with the regret. You don't want to do that.
No, you don't want the self-loathing that would come from.
Yep.
It'll make you age faster.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
Your hair will fall out if you still have some.
Exactly. And we don't want that for you guys.
No, of
Definitely
course not.
not.
So this is a little bit of a sample of the artwork.
Yes.
This is a very different feel, obviously, than from Wart the Wizard.
Yeah, considerably.
And so, obviously, we'll just address the obvious. These girls are very booby centric.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I like boobs.
Everybody likes boobs.
I don't have
Everybody.
I don't have a problem with women being drawn, sexy and looking like they did when I loved comic books.
Yeah.
I looked at those girls and thought, she's so beautiful.
Right.
Just like I look at all three of these women on here and I think they're beautiful. Look at Ava. I mean, look at her. She's stunning. She's absolutely stunning. So Laura, stunning, Zora, they're all these women that he draws are just phenomenal. So yeah, we like boobs.
Without a doubt. And the thing is, it's like when I was a kid and I was looking at comic books, well, look at the guys, right? Look at Superman. Look at Batman. Look at literally every superhero was jacked and ripped.
Yes, and they looked amazing. Not like the new Cable, which I'm not even going to get into.
Oh my god!
Broke my heart.
Yeah, that looks like a 10-year-old boy.
He looks like a Pokemon Go trainer. Is what he looks like. I'm not joking. He looks identical to when I play a Pokemon Go, the trainers I get to.
Oh no.
And
yeah,
that's not right.
So it's like little boys liked looking at these characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the same way, like when I first saw Arnold Schwarzenegger, when I saw a Pumping Iron when I was a little boy, you look at these big muscular guys and you go, I want to be like that.
Yes.
And it's a fantasy. So what woman wouldn't want to be like incredibly sexy and powerful at the same time?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. I call them pod people, but that's
Yeah,
more
me
because
too.
I don't comprehend. I can't make my brain work the way theirs do to comprehend why you would want women to cover up, why you would want
They're the
men.
new Puritans. They're the
Yeah,
new Puritans.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Doesn't make sense to me either.
I support free the nipple movement myself.
Heck
you know?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so.
Right.
It's like, well, you also have to understand a lot of it has to do with our culture. Americans are just messed up when it comes to the body and to sexuality. If you go overseas and you see, like, for instance, in Germany, like boobs on the cover of like their like biggest news magazine,
Mhm.
right? Which is Stern, which means star, right?
Mhm.
I mean, and one issue, full frontal male nudity. Right? So, like, I would bring these home and my friends would pick them up thinking that they were, like, softcore magazines.
Right.
And they'd open it and they'd start reading and they're like, this is a news magazine. Why are there boobs on the cover? Because, well, everybody likes boobs.
I think Americans are bored. I think technology has moved so quickly that people are bored, and come on, we're one of the greatest countries in the world. There's nothing really going on right now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing happening. So let's find something to bitch about. We're bored. I think we're bored.
Let's be real. All the people that hate on boobies and hate on body shame and body shame hot chicks, slut shame hot chicks. Okay, truth of the matter is there is not one girl growing up that does not want to have the Barbie body.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah,
they don't exist. That's what girls want to look like, because even to us, it's beautiful. I'm sorry. The woman's body is one of God's greatest, most beautiful creations.
Amen,
and it
sister.
doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter size, shape, ethnicity. It doesn't matter. Somebody is going to look at that and think, oh my God, she is stunning.
Yes.
But of course, the normal is now what they want you to cover up. Like, I'm not like some fitness person in the gym every day. This is normal. This is a normal, mom of two. This is what we look like. So, but yeah, my biggest one is I get caught a thought all the time. And I'm thinking, why? Because I show cleavage? Are you kidding me? That makes me a thought. I grew up looking at comic books. I grew up idolizing Marilyn Monroe, Anna Nicole Smith. Even I thought she was so beautiful. So beautiful. She was crazier than hell, but she was really pretty. So, Harley Quinn, who they've destroyed her as well.
Oh my God. Have they ever?
Oh my gosh. Oh my, it just saddens me. I was so excited about Birds of Prey too. I was like, oh my gosh, they're making a Birds of Prey and it's going to be Robbie again. And oh yes. And then I saw the first thing and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I couldn't recognize a single one of the characters. The only character that I recognized was Harley Quinn, and that's only because I recognized Margot Robbie.
Right. Exactly. You wouldn't have even known it was a Birds of Prey had they not put it on there, because the characters don't look anywhere near. And I mean, they didn't even just try to. I mean, I can even kind of understand. Okay, we don't want to sexualize the character too much. I think it's bullcrap, because she was sexy as hell in anything I've ever read, seen, whatever.
Yes.
So I disagree.
Her character was sexualized. I mean, from the beginning, Harley Quinn was a sexualized character. I mean, that was her superpower, was that she was sexy.
Right.
The original cosplay girls were, I mean, you'd go to a convention and you'd see a million Harley Quinns.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is when she was like wearing the jammies, for the animated series.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it's just, once again, what are cosplayers doing? To a large degree, is they're fantasizing. Like, boy, wouldn't it be great to be Harley Quinn? Wouldn't it be great to be Red Sonja? Let me tell you, I appreciate a good Red Sonja cosplay.
Oh yeah.
It's oh god, like I was saying, they're just the new Puritans. But you know what? Their time is short.
It is. It's because they're gonna eventually have to quit losing money. I mean, Hollywood's gonna have to get with the program and be like, well, shit, we believe this, but we can't lose this much. We can't keep losing money like this, you know? So eventually, because it's never going to work, first of all, at least in America, none of us like being told what to do. Our whole country was founded on the point that we don't like being told what the hell to do. We gotta do what we want to do. So, yeah, telling me to put my boobs up, call me a thought all day, and I'm just going to, push me too hard, I'll start doing all my videos in a bikini. There you go. Y'all want to see thought? I'll bring thought. I'll show you.
Seriously, if I had like a great physique, I would do every stream in a Speedo. And I'd oil up beforehand, you know what I mean? While talking, I'd be like hitting poses and shit.
You would have to have a Swedish accent when you do it, so it could be perfect.
Austrian. You try to imitate the Austrian oak, damn it.
Anytime I think of a guy oiled up, I think of the guy from Lost Boys, the saxophone player.
Yeah.
Anytime I think of a guy oiled up, that is what my mind immediately goes to, is the Lost Boys sax player. Every time.
Yeah, no, if I looked like that, I'd be walking around in a Speedo in like the dead of winter.
Right.
Everyone, check me out. Check out my glutes.
So yeah, it's mind blowing to me that
Brian standing up on the stream flexing his butt at the camera.
Yeah.
I would, bouncing pecs and everything. My point is, you got it, flaunt it. Nothing wrong with that.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And haters gonna hate. That's what they do. And not to get all preachy, we have to make it a priority that we don't hate them back.
Yes.
We can be annoyed with them, we can be angry with them, but hate requires way too much energy. It's spiritual and mental poison. Mm-hmm. Folks, I beg of you, don't hate these a-holes back.
No, just ignore. Your life will be a lot happier if you don't block, because you don't block or mute, so you don't have to see their ridiculousness and then just keep going on. Because like Twitter kind of gives you the impression that, wow, if the world really like that, do you guys? I mean, in real life, do y'all know anybody that is a genuine SJW? Because in real life, I don't know a one. Now, I don't go and hang around college campuses by any means, but like in Georgia, I don't see anybody that's SJW to some of the extremes. Like everybody I know thinks Birds of Prey looks like crap.
Right. And it's not because they're misogynists.
No, it's because it looks like crap. I'll give you another one that looks like crap. Little Women, one of my favorite books of all time. What the hell did they do to that? They changed the damn story. The book was written in early 1900s, late 1800s.
Late 1800s.
And they changed the damn story. What?
They did that to the Scarlet Letter, too. Like, where the entire point of the story is the ending, and they changed the ending.
How the hell do you change the ending?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Yeah, it's just insane. It is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah,
I think that fad will fade probably sooner versus later, because it's kind of like if you think about how long it takes a project to get rolled out, you know what I mean? So like it takes probably a year before they even start filming something from when they initialize the idea and all that kind of stuff. So
2 to 3 years to make a movie. 2 to 3 years. So once it dies,
what was going on 3 years ago, you know what I mean, versus what's going on now. So 3 years from now, it's going to be based on what's going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I do know some SJWs. And, look, it's like the political correctness thing in the 90s. It got to a certain point where even PC people were starting to feel, I don't know, the oppressive air of political correctness, right?
Yes.
And I remember what was the death knell of political correctness. It was South Park.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember some of my PC friends roaring with laughter. Even they were relieved.
Yeah.
So it's because they've created this environment where you can't breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And so even they're feeling sort of asphyxiated. And so I think this is going to go through the same cycle. And I think we're approaching the very beginning of the end, I hope.
I hope. Fingers crossed. But I agree, it can't keep up because it's so repressive. You got to worry about everything you say. You have to step on eggshells. And I don't know when Americans became so thin-skinned. We're supposed to be the badasses. Why are we walking around like tiptoeing because we don't want to hurt fifis? I mean,
I know.
You get your feelings hurt. It happens. It's a part of life. You cannot go through your entire life as in real life and be a Mary Sue where you don't have one single problem. Nobody's ever said anything ugly to you. Everything just works out perfectly. It's not reality.
I know.
You're going to say shit that hurts your feelings. You grow from it. You don't go to a corner and cry. You dust yourself off and you go on with life, you know?
Well, it's on the college campuses that world can exist. But what happens when they leave the campus? Right? It's just they can't, unless they become academics, they're going to have to leave that bubble at some point. Mm-hmm. What they're trying to do is they're trying to take that bubble with them everywhere they go, and they're trying to expand the bubble to swallow it up like the entire culture. And it's resentment is setting in. I think a lot of regular people are really starting to get annoyed with them. I'm like I'm a First Amendment absolutist and proud of it. But yeah, no, that's what some of my friends call me. Well, you're a First Amendment absolutist. I'm like, you say that like it's a bad thing,
right?
So yeah, I know SJWs, and trust me, like 3-4 years from now, it's gonna be like all those people that Vanilla Ice sold 8 million records, but you can't find a single person that bought one now, right? No. So all those people that are SJWs now, they're going to just be denying it later. But you know what? We get to keep those tweets too.
Yep. Exactly. Well,
when the cancel culture flips on the SJWs is when they'll stop being SJWs.
Yes.
And it's right now, it's kind of like an almost reverse sexism momentum. You know what I mean? That's a
lot of misandry, evil white males.
And that as a female, I can tell you, disgusts me more than almost anything. I don't know what kind of life these women that just hate men so badly have had, and I feel very bad for them.
Yeah,
but when they start bashing males, I think of my father, I think of my brother, and I think of my son.
Right.
And that absolutely infuriates. I think of my husband who takes care of me, who takes care of his family, who, gives me the freedom to do this, to come out here and try to sell, and it just absolutely disgusts me when they act like men are just not worth anything and they're the whole problem. You guys aren't the problem. It's the damn SJW assholes that are the problem, not men.
Yep.
And it's the women that all of a sudden, I don't get what their issue is. And again, if they were actually abused or, molested or something, my heart goes out to them. But you can't put that on every male in the world that they're bad because somebody was an asshole. I mean, I've dated asshole guys before, and, but I don't put that on the next guy I date or my husband. He doesn't have to deal with the fact that when I was 13, I dated a guy that was an asshole. I mean, I don't get it. And it pisses me off so bad because I've never experienced anything that would make me just hate an entire group of people like that. It is so wrong.
I love the fact that you emphasize that you feel sorry for them, because here's the thing. I've known men who just genuinely hate women. Just really don't like y'all.
Yes.
And you know, of course, there's quite a few women who just completely hate men. They have one thing in common: they're miserable.
Miserable humans. Yeah, they're sad. They're sad people. To go on and just say, "Oh, okay, so I dated this guy, 10 years ago, and he hit me. So now I hate every man in the world." That must be a sad existence. I mean,
Yeah.
it really must, because despite what they may say, you guys, men bring a lot to the world. Y'all aren't just ruining it. Y'all bring amazing things. And I've never had a guy do anything. I mean, like I said, I dated assholes, but for the most part, my experience was men. They're protective of me. They take care of me. They look out for me. They're good guys that just, I don't know. It just absolutely, again, I look at my little boy, my 4-year-old little boy, and see this shit that they're saying about men and think, and is he really going to have to grow up in a world where he has to feel guilty because he's a white male?
No, don't worry.
That's ridiculous.
It's on its way out. By the time he's old enough to understand all this crap, it will be over.
Mm-hmm. Thank God, too, because it's ridiculous. It's getting more and more
it's so horrible.
There'll always be some degree of that ridiculousness out there, but it won't be in the forefront probably any longer.
Right. Yeah. It won't. Maybe people won't be so vocal. Like, there's always, like you said, there's always been men that hate women. There's always been women that hate men. They just didn't have a platform, and they weren't quite so vocal about it. They just hated them. They sat at home and that damn piece of shit dude.
And then they got Twitter, and that's the one thing that you have to give the SJWs. They weaponized Twitter.
They have.
They learned how to use that shit to destroy people's lives.
Absolutely.
And they love having that power. And if you were to take that power away from them, well, I mean, that's what CG is all about. They're like the new gatekeepers, and we can just go and just sidestep them, go around them, and they really resent that.
They do. They do. Like, they're ridiculous. And I hope, for the ones that are just miserable people, I hope they find some kind of happiness in their lives. I Absolutely. Really, really do. I hope they find something that can make them happy, that doesn't end up making everybody around them miserable.
Yes. Absolutely.
Color a picture. I heard that adult color, and I color all the time. I have a whole drawer over here of adult color books. It's very relaxing, you guys. I suggest coloring.
It's like it's like a meditative thing for a lot of people. Their cats are miserable looking for it now. Oh my God! Yes, I know. I have vegan friends who feed their cats vegan cat food.
Why would you do that to your cat? They're
social justice. That's why.
Don't they need the meat?
I would think they're carnivores.
They're carnivore. They need these people.
That is. But anyway, so we went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, can we see more? Can we see more of this?
Tell us about Pirate Queen. So obviously this is just the mailing list point. It's going to be launching in March 26th.
Yes.
Now tell us about who Pirate Queen is. Tell us about the character. Tell us a little about the story. Tell us everything you can tell us, because most people haven't heard.
So. Yes, so I'm going to keep it kind of brief just because I have not discussed with Clint exactly what we are releasing and what we're not. But basically it is a 60-page full color book. The main character, Pirate Queen, her name is Ava Bloodstone. And think of her like Han Solo with boobs.
Okay.
So she's a space pirate. She's got her best friend, which is the girl standing to the, would be the left of her. And that is Zora Astra. That is her best friend and the first mate. Usually it's the way I've written it, it's a lot of Pirate Queen needing Zora's help. So, and then you have Aloria, the princess right here, the purple chick. She's awesome. So, it's we've used a lot of Star Trek references, a lot of Star Wars references. So, you may find them at a cantina at some point. You may find them. So, yeah, it's funny. It's quirky. It is rated. I'm going to go ahead and say teen. There's no full nudity in the book, but it's very suggestive. Very, very suggestive. And she will use her boobs to get out of stuff when she has to. So, a monster is coming and trying to get her, and she's got a bunch of people around her, and she might be, well, look at this, you guys, to stop them for a minute,
Right, distract them.
Distraction. Yes, she uses her boobs the way she should. So, no, it's a funny book. And again, if you love Star Wars and you love Star Trek and you love art that looks like this, you are absolutely going to love this book. It is very, very funny.
All right. Well, then definitely everybody get yourselves onto this mailing list. We shall post this into, I'm sure James Hayes has posted it in there like a dozen times already.
Love him.
he's a master at that.
He is.
But let me throw it in there just on top of everything for good measure. So the next thing I want to talk to you about, because we talked about Wart the Wizard, which we'll and we're going to hit that obviously one more time to close out to get everybody that on fresh everybody's mind, that we need to get everybody back in that.
Awesome.
But I want to hear about your YouTube experience, because you went from an absolutely unknown human being to one of the leading shows in COMICSGATE. So
it's surreal. It is absolutely surreal to me that, because, I'm stay-at-home mom in Georgia. So the fact that there are this many people that care what I have to say, just my mind's blown. I love it, though. It is so much fun. At first, I was really bad about, I was camera shy. I've never been on camera. I've never talked in front of, I took a speech communications type class in college, but it was a bullshit class. The teacher, I made an A and didn't learn anything. Basically, it was a filler class. So, once I got over the camera fright, this has been, honestly, I love doing YouTube almost as much as I love working on the book. I get to talk to all of these amazing creators. I feel like I'm helping. I'm bringing stuff into COMICSGATE. I'm helping these people get their books seen, get out there, and helping them. So, no, it is absolutely just so much fun hanging out with Wyatt and Pete all the time, goofing off. So I have a couple of ideas. I'm just trying to finish up Wart now. And then once I start writing and start with the art part, I'm really going to start adding some new stuff to my channel to make it a little bit more fun. We're going to start playing some games and doing stuff like that. We're going to expand what I have already been doing on YouTube. But I'm the only thing that's slowing me down is Wart the Wizard right now. I really want to get Wart out there. I want to make sure everybody has it in their hands. And then, I have a lot of really, really fun ideas. But yeah, I love Friday nights. I do a stream where we do nothing but promote COMICSGATE books. And that is so much fun because I get to talk to all of these creators. And y'all know what it's like afterwards. You're in the back room and you're like, okay, so who are you using to print? And what are you, all of these amazing tips and stuff. Of so no, I absolutely love it. I can't believe that many people care what I have to say, but it's awesome. It is absolutely amazing and so much fun.
Yeah. Well, I think that that you being successful on YouTube is contributed to a few things. One, your authenticity. You know what I mean? You don't try and bullshit people even a little bit. You know what I mean? There is like not even a level of bullshit in your shows at all. And that is something people respect.
Absolutely.
Some people will see that as weakness and be assholes, about it. But but don't let that ever get to you or ever affect you, because what you do is better. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
amen,
guys.
Amen.
You definitely have drawn a lot of attention to a lot of books. and you have done a tremendous thing for the COMICSGATE community at whole, and you continue to, and you intend to continue to, and
Absolutely.
that makes you extremely awesome. And anybody, make sure, if you have not, I'm pretty sure everybody in this has already subscribed to you. But if anybody hasn't subscribed to Mandy's channel, subscribe to Mandy's channel. Go there and make sure you hit the notification button so you know when she's going to drop something. And definitely support her when if you can drop her a super chat when she's live. You know, I mean, seriously, she is a stay-at-home mom and that kind of stuff. But you know, YouTube doesn't pay a lot in monetization for ads. You know what I mean? It does not.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So if you want to support her channel, think of the super chats as a tip jar. And
yes. And every dime that I get actually goes back into the channel. Like as soon as I get the check that is coming soon, I'm getting another monitor. I'm going to get a better setup so I can run things a little bit more smoothly and not boomer quite as much. At least maybe I'll be able to read all the damn super chats because I'm still missing them sometimes. So maybe even if just that. So yeah, and like I said, Wyatt and I have some games that are planned. I don't know if he wants me to say it, so I'll just, Mandy, don't tweet this situation. So, but yeah, we have some really awesome ideas. We're going to get some games, some online games to buy that we can actually play together while we're on stream and get the, you know, the people in the chat involved. And it's going to be an absolute blast. So
that sounds great.
And anybody in the chat, if you guys want to come on and pitch your book, just DM me and let me know. I'm not particular. I take anybody that I'm not even so particular that it has to be COMICSGATE as long as you're not an asshole. So if you're not an asshole, you have a book, hit me up and we'll see if we can get some eyes on it. You know, get some retweets going, get some eyes on it. Let everybody know that your book is out there. So yeah, I'm not even too particular. Now, I am with the John Malin. I stick with COMICSGATE. So if you want on with John Malin, you do need to be COMICSGATE. But other than with me, just don't be an asshole.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
I'd like to draw attention to the $45 increase to your campaign.
Oh my goodness! Thank you so much, whoever it was. Thank you.
Hell yeah!
Y'all are going to love it. I promise. You will. You will absolutely love it.
Not snoozing, not losing.
Not snoozing and not losing. You will not wake up with self-loathing.
Yes.
And that makes me happy. So
now everybody in the chat, when you see her tweet out or someone else tweet out something about Wart the Wizard, everybody show your support. You know, it does not hurt you or your timeline or any way to like and then retweet. Yeah. Yes. I mean, no one cares if your Twitter timeline is filled with promotion. Virtually nobody is reading your Twitter timeline anyway, unless they're like so obsessed with you, and then you shouldn't care what they think.
Yeah, it's only if you're looking to call you on something. That's it. Yeah, mine is nothing but promos mostly. I mean, that's pretty much it's, you know, I'll see somebody, you know, had their book up there, and if I see it, I'm like, oh, look, a book. There you go. So yeah, and Jeff Rongo said he's kind of an asshole, but he's the good kind of asshole. He's the kind that we love.
Yeah, Joe, if you're an a-hole, you're our kind of a-hole.
Yes, you're our kind of asshole.
We love you, man.
Yeah, and you know, you can't get over Joe Froggo's sexy dancing.
No, sexiest dancer in COMICSGATE, and I should know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He could bust a move, huh?
He's got me trumped. He's always sexy dancing. You can't stop him.
Damn. Many talents.
So, hail to the recent backer. So we scored some movement on the campaign tonight.
That's
which
awesome.
is a beautiful thing. Now, I really would like to see this get sold out before she feels like she has to close her campaign. I mean, there's only one left of this, and this is something where it's like, okay, you're going to be immortalized in Mandy's books forever for $200.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's not small beans. A lot of people look at the drawn in tier for 200 or 150 or whatever for that one book. No, this is all her future books, and this is not the only one Wart the Wizard that she's doing. She's going to be doing others, and
yes,
this puts you in all the future books because her characters don't die. Ever.
Absolutely. And, when Wart the Wizard 2 comes out, if you were one of the backers, before I even start to write it, I will get back and I hang out with you and say, all right, so here's where your character was left last time. What are we going to do this time? So, yeah, you will literally be helping me write your character. So, yeah, and that will be for as long as, well, either A, you want to keep doing it, or you're on Twitter and, or for as long as Wart the Wizard is a thing. And so, I think maybe this fall we'll be dropping the new Wart the Wizard. So super excited about that as well. But yeah, so if you decide to die, you can come back as a skeleton. You can come back as a zombie. We have a few people that actually are going to die. And they're one of the backers, his character is the town loony. He is going to meet his demise in the book. But before the book is even done, he's back and now he's a genius. So like he comes back as a zombie, but he's really smart where he was really he wasn't all that bright before, but now he's like on a genius level of knowledge.
That's irony. That's good irony.
Yes, so that's the kind of things that, and that was all his idea. None of that is mine. That was him saying, can we do this? And I'm really flexible. Luckily, with this particular one, I'm doing everything myself. So it's really easy to go in and change, and I don't have to mess with anybody else about it. So it's really, really easy for me to go in and, fit stuff in and move stuff around. So yeah, that was one of the ideas from somebody that has backed it. And I think it's awesome. And now forever, his character will be a really, really intelligent zombie walking around, unless you want something else to happen to in book 2. I'll have to wait and see what he comes up with for book 2. But yeah, it's you get to help me, like literally help me with what you want your character to be.
That's a completely unique perk, folks. Nobody that I'm aware of is doing this or has done this. And there's like one still available, folks. TikTok.
Yes.
One available left, and that's it. She's not going to do it again. She said already that she's not going to do this perk again in any future books. This is it. This is a one-off, one-time thing, and there's only one left. One left, which means that if any of you here in the chat are hemming and hawing on that,
TikTok brothers,
because you may wake up in the morning and someone snatched it away from you. So
you will hate yourself for the rest of your life.
Self-loathing will be back.
Every time you look in the mirror, I could have been in Wart the Wizard.
So sad.
Yeah, you're gonna end up with like a speech impediment,
psoriasis, leprosy,
gout.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll definitely have gout. Definitely.
All right, so we have here $5 for an extra set of trading cards. Now, this obviously is for people who want to support you and have thin wallets.
Yes. Yeah.
So you cannot turn down the $5 trading card if you just want to support Mandy and you want to have a piece of Wart in your life. I mean, there you go.
I actually had a guy DM'd me a while back and he said, "Hey, I backed the book, but is it possible to get an extra set of trading cards?" I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll just throw a tier up there for it. So yeah, I just kind of threw that out there. So if you do want an extra set, or you're not back in the book, but you want a set of the cards, yeah, there you go.
You also have the cards as an add-on tier. For people who are checking out, they can just add them on there. Mm-hmm. See, there you go. So they're there as an add-on as well.
Joe Fuago is ready to prostitute himself to
check this out. Joe Fuago's all, I may have to sell some booty to back up.
Well, with your sexy dance moves, and now that you have doxed yourself and we've all seen you, it will take you no time to get that money.
Yeah.
Make that money, honey, boo-boo child.
He's gonna be all at the men's club. He's all It's going to be the Froggo dance. Women are going to be screaming. Throwing, lady frogs will be all waving their arms in the air and their little their little amphibian, paws.
Webby feet.
Yeah, the little web toes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh.
He'll come out dressed like Cyber Frog and strip out into Froggo.
He says, "Bingo hall ladies pay well."
Oh,
Know your audience. Know your audience.
Yeah, man.
audience love, and you nailed it. I used to go play bingo with my grandma.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, Jade. He is the hottest frog. Definitely, hands down.
What's up, Jade?
That's funny. All right, so then there's still the Nan, the Necromancer Ashcan.
Yes.
And that's only $10. Now, do you want to, for anybody who possibly doesn't already know what that is, you want to give it a brief summary?
Yes, absolutely. This is an Ashcan. It was completely created by John Hayes. He is phenomenal, as you can see. It's going to be anywhere from 8 to 12 pages. And it is basically about a little girl who is obviously a necromancer who stumbles upon Wart doing the thumb, the disappearing, I got your thumb thing, the magic trick.
Yeah.
And she thinks, oh my gosh, look at this amazing wizard. And she becomes infatuated with him. So it is all about her story. But it ties in perfectly with Wart the Wizard. So yeah, it is funny. Again, it's funny, it's quirky, it's great. Anybody who does not follow John, give him a follow. Go check him out. He is an incredible artist. But yeah, it's just a fun little story that goes perfectly along with Wart the Wizard about this little girl.
The art, because I was looking at that and I was thinking that can't be original art. That must be like something from an old Max Fleischer cartoon. Because that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like something from one of like the really old Max Fleischer cartoons. Like Betty Boop and those really old Popeye cartoons. That's exactly what that looks like. It's beautiful.
It is. No, he's amazing. He's an amazing artist. It's absolutely, it fits in perfectly. And it also, for those of you who don't know, Wart does not start off with a lot of items. He collects items. He doesn't have spells, so he has to use items and he finds them and then has to figure out how to use them. So Nan the Necromancer is going to be the only way to find out about the origin of the cupcake that Wart the Wizard has in his inventory from the very beginning of this book. He has a cupcake. And believe me, in the book, this cupcake is going to play a huge role in something that happens with Wart. So, yeah, to find out about the cupcake, you got to get Nan the Necromancer.
Nice.
There you go. It's an essential part of the canon package. You need to.
Yes, of the Wart saga.
Yes.
It's canon.
Lovely.
It's canon.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right. And the swag tier.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you don't mean like dirt weed. So
No.
That's swag, I thought.
No, we don't smoke mid.
We're naughty.
She knows exactly what we're talking about. I'm sure she's driven by some ditch weed on the fucking side of the road.
Yes, sir. So yeah, the swag tier again, it's all the extras that are added in for like the trading cards, the prints, it's everything, the bookmark, it's everything but the book. And it is for people that just, some people were asking, well, can I get extras? And, and yeah, so sure, there you go. Y'all can get all the extras now. Even if you don't back the book, you can get the cards, you can get the bookmark, you can get all of that good stuff. And you don't necessarily have to back Wart the Wizard. I mean, I wish you would, but you don't necessarily have to. So yeah.
Or if you've already backed Wart the Wizard and you want more swag than you're going to get already.
There you Yes.
Yes.
And I did, I sent out, I'm pretty sure, I hate to say it because I'm not 100% anymore because it's been so long ago, but I'm pretty sure I sent all the backers a special link to get shipping taken off of that if they had already backed it. So yeah, yes, I know I did. So yeah, everybody that backed already got a link in your email. It's been a while back, but with a special link that takes away the shipping on the swag because you're already getting everything shipped. So you shouldn't have to pay shipping twice. So yeah, we'll just, take away the shipping charge for the swag tier if you back the book.
See, that's
Lovely.
pretty
And
fantastic.
if for some reason you don't have that link anymore and you decide you want it, just hit me up and I will send you out that link again.
And now this is the essential. This is the epic adventure. This is the 90-page book itself, correct?
Yes. Just the book with Peter Gilmore's cover.
With Peter Gilmore's cover.
Yes.
Okay, and now this is a Dark Tale is the book with a different cover?
Yes, it's the exact same book, but it's got Simon Pothier's cover on it.
And that's this one here.
Yes.
Okay. And then this one here, The King's Quest.
Mm-hmm. That exact same thing. It's the same book, but it's got Vic King's cover.
And that's this cover.
Yes.
Okay. So then we have all 3 covers for $65, which is a good deal because if they're $25 a pop, that would be $75 if you guys know your math. So that's $10 discount.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to collect, like I'm fond of collectors. You can send them multiple covers and trading cards and all kinds of stuff, and they eat it up. And that just so you guys know, we appreciate those people the most because the stuff that we make more money on is stuff like trading cards and stuff like that, because it is a lot more expensive to create the book than it is to create trading.
Absolutely.
And trading cards have if you talk dollar to practicality, have a higher value to them because they're harder to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also just say real quick,
No.
Joe Fuago says, that he's like, he's got some money burning a hole in his pocket. He's like ready to back. Yeah, he's backed 43 CG projects.
Yes.
People like you, Joe, we would be nothing without you, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And people like Jade Spider-Man, always dropping links in the chats. Know that we love and we appreciate you folks.
Oh yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea just how appreciated you are. And sometimes I feel like a lot of times like I'm not able to really show my appreciation. That's why I'm so excited for the CG convention, because believe me, every single one of y'all are going to get the biggest hugs, and I'm not even going to make you guys sign a waiver first. I'm just going to give you a hug. So, I'm a hugger.
I'm a hugger too. I'm a hugger too.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. So, yeah, I'm just so incredibly excited about getting to meet a lot of you guys. I do plan on starting to hit some of the conventions maybe next year. So I'm hoping that at some point I get to meet every single one of you and not just the guys that are in the South like I am, but, maybe hit one up north, maybe hit one on the West Coast, because that to me is going to be a dream come true. I do so much better in real life talking to people than I do on a camera, because it's kind of awkward on camera. But
conventions are fun. Conventions are fun. Like once you're comfortable, it's a blast. And it's great having that one-on-one contact with your customers.
Yes,
Something
absolutely.
like that. Yeah.
Oh, look, the page is loaded. Yay!
Yay!
You get to see these pages here that you're gonna get if you back the book. This is very cute and fun. It's very light, and it's very fun.
We need more of that.
Yeah. So we're not going to. We don't have time to go over and read all these like war campaign style, but but definitely go back and read these pages because it's going to hook you on the book, and you're going to want it because you're going to get this, and you're not going to have enough after this. You're going to I'm going to want more, and so go and read these, and then you're going to be damn it, to be continued.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody has said that I've let read it before I put it up. They were like, what, that's it? I'm like, well, yeah, that's all, because now the real adventure begins. That's just the intro to the book. Now stuff starts to happen and I don't want to reveal it. And they're like, are you kidding me? Give me the rest of the damn book, Mandy. I'm like, no, it's secret. You can't say
Buy it. Buy it.
The first one is always for free.
Yeah, and then I start charging you once I get you hooked.
Yep.
All right. So have we moved again since that? Let's just double check. Oh well, looky here.
Oh
Booyah.
my gosh!
Oh man, you are that close to 12,000.
Somebody took your last.
Yay!
Booyah!
Oh my gosh! So yes,
Wow.
thank you so freaking much. So yeah, I'll check it out, see which one of you guys it was, and yeah, we'll get you set up to come into a hangout with me, and we'll create your character. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Thank you so
And
much.
I'd also like to point out she is merely $34 away from $12,000.
Like what?
Merely one single. I mean, it's what I mean. I don't know what your shipping is on these things, but probably one single book would take her across. If not,
Seriously, folks.
certainly the 3-set would definitely do it.
So who is going to be that lucky soul? Who's going to be that lucky man or woman?
Come on.
Come on, folks. Heck yeah.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much to the people who are back today. I love you guys so much. I swear, I do. Mwah.
Yeah.
And you know what, Mandy? We all love you too.
Yep.
I can speak for everybody in the goddamn chat right now.
Yes.
I know it's true. We all love you.
Yes,
So.
we love your warmth, we love your humor, we love your authenticity, we love your humility too. You know,
you are our COMICSGATE sister, and we will kill and die for you. So
namaste. Yep.
Mhm.
Thank you guys
Heck yeah.
so much. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome.
All right. Well, with that said, I think we've had a very successful stream here,
I would say so.
and make sure you get on the mailing list for pirate. You know what? Let's cover one more thing really quick.
Okay. Awesome.
Just one more thing, and that would be this for Wyatt and Peter.
Yes.
And you're editing this book, so I think that you can.
Oh,
you
I
can
love this.
in here. Tell us a little bit about this Barbarella Rocket Gal.
Yes. So, as you can see there, that is Rocket Gal, and she has behind her the very scary mole men. So, yeah, it is a sci-fi. It's kind of old school, like Barbarella type humor going on. It is freaking hilarious, you guys. When I'm in a hangout with Peter and Wyatt while they're working on it, I'm just kind of sit back working on Wart, listening to them. So freaking funny. It really is. It is absolutely hilarious. That is one good thing I can say about everybody that I'm working with. They love the humor in the books, which fits me perfectly because not one thing is serious that I do ever. I'm not even the least bit serious about anything. So yeah, it's, she's Rocket Gal. She's out in space.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love the art. I'm getting a major Alex Toth kind of a feel, especially from those mole men.
Yes, and she has her dog Booster that helps her. Yeah, no, you guys, I'm not joking. It is freaking fantastic. Space Boot 2020, like what? So yeah, no, it is a fantastic book. Another really, really good one that's coming out. And I think they're launching about 2 weeks before I'm launching Pirate Queen. So they're launching March 16th or something.
Well, we're all working on March. Like all of us are launching in March.
Yeah, I know.
That's going to be wild.
It
It's
is.
going to be a wild month. It's going to be after March.
Yeah, but it's going to be exciting, It's, onward and upward.
Yeah.
Already, 2 months into 2020, and look how the books are doing.
Exactly. And Joe Frago would like for me to add to him a little bit for March 11th. I'm sorry, love. I'll get it right eventually. So, yeah, Joe Frago would like for me to mention that in Rocket Gal, there might be a newscaster that is a little bit like a frog. I don't know who that could be, but there may be, because there used to be a particular frog in COMICSGATE that used to do a lot of news for us. The Docs News, that's right. I see you've seen it. So, yeah, I have heard through the grapevine that this very sexy dancing frog makes an appearance as a newscaster in Rocket Gal. So if y'all didn't need any more of a reason to go on and sign up for the mailing list, there's one right there. So yeah, there's why it's even the things I can do it. If you like sci-fi B movies, old movie serials, Flash Gordon, etc., you'll love it. So see why
I love all of those things. So sold.
Yep.
Really, this is one of the projects I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Again, I'm just the editor on it. So basically at this point in the making of the book, I'm sitting in a back room aggravating the hell out of these guys. But I can tell you from what I have heard, or what their ideas are, what they are doing, freaking hilarious. And I'm going to have to get with them to find out exactly what I can say and what I can't say about this book, because I don't want to give away something that I should not have said, and I am notorious for doing that. So everybody make sure that y'all check out Rocket Gal as well. It is freaking fantastic.
Okay, and with that said, also back Wart the Wizard. Let's see if it where it's at one more time. We are at 11966 on Wart the Wizard.
Come on, folks, we're almost there.
It's literally, it looks like it went up $1. Or $5. I think somebody took a $5 tier.
Thank you so very much, you guys. Seriously, thank y'all.
$34 away from 1,200 for 12,000. I mean, and you're gonna get there really soon. So it's So Mandy, hail COMICSGATE. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for coming out. We love you all, and we are gonna say goodbye. And thank you so much for coming, and subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Mandy's channel, subscribe to Brian's channel, subscribe to everybody's channel in the chat. Just show the love. It doesn't hurt to subscribe to anybody.
Absolutely. Peace, love, and soul, everybody.
Exactly. Bye.
See ya.